Hi, I'm Dale. I'm the founder of Autoworks Services Limited. I'm going to give you a bit of background information about us and what we do and why we do it before we get on to this lovely feature of the CRT that we've got in here. So we are a small family-run business. We were set up in 2014 and we just specialise in BMWs and Minis. I started for BMW in 2004 as an apprentice. I did my work experience at our local dealer and found a love for cars, always enjoyed cars, and worked there till 2018 where I was a BMW accredited senior technician as well as an M accredited technician. I've always loved cars no matter what they are, and the passion I have for vehicles has been relayed into Autoworks Services. We've had Steve, who worked at BMW for 10 years. He joined us earlier this year. We've had Ashley, who I trained at BMW. He was there for 10 years and he's joined us as well. Both of the guys have got my passion and like to portray the company exactly how it needs to be portrayed. So we provide a service to customers that was like a one-on-one interaction where you're not going for a middleman. When you come to Autoworks Services Limited, you're speaking to the guys and know what they're doing and get to interact, which a lot of our customers enjoy. And it doesn't matter whether you've got a completely stock 320 diesel and just want maintenance and servicing done out, or you've got something like this CRT behind us, which is super rare and we believe to be one of the only right-hand drive versions in the UK, which has just been imported from Singapore. So we're going to tell you some more about, well, we're going to get on to the CRT now. I'm super excited to see this. I've heard about it, I've read about it online. We've never seen one in the UK, as in us, as a trio that work here. I did the GTS launch and the two GTSs that we had in Swindon when they come over in 2010. But in the UK we never got a CRT, so it's nice to see one imported and the customers chose us to get it up to scratch, make sure everything's fine with it, do the servicing on it, rather than taking it to a main dealer. Gives you an indication of the reputation that we've got around here. The CRT is basically, summing it up, a 4-door GTS. It's got some great features. It's got the 4.4 litre engine from a GTS. The vehicle is nearly 50 to 60 kilos lighter than a standard E90 M3. It's coupled up with some great suspension, which is KW variant 3s that are revalved and respringed by BMW M. But you are adjustable. You do lose EDC on this vehicle, but you can change compression, rebound, the height, and do some camber adjustments if the customer wants it more tailored to be on the track rather than the road. This vehicle has undergone a CRT check from us, so we have rechecked the alignment to make sure it's as CRT was meant to be set from the factory. This is one of, to believe, 5 right-hand drives ever made. There was a total of 67 made by BMW, 2 were pressed, 65 were customer cars. All of them were sold instantly. BMW didn't do many press drives on this because there was no need to, because the rarity of it and the desirability was so high that they didn't need to sell anymore. They were all sold before production. So the CRT features the same wheels as a competition pack E90X, one of my personal favourite wheels. As you can see, it's got 6 pots, massive brakes. You can also, I don't know if you can just see, but you can see the KWs, which we'll show you in more detail. For me, this is the parts of the vehicle I like. It's not just the aesthetics of it, it's the technology and the workings of it. You can see it's got Melbourne red accents up here, and these are exclusive to the CRT, and there's some other bits that we will show you around the vehicle as we go up. So we're at the rear now. Competition pack wheels again, these are wider, so the staggered fitment, the same as the GTS. Keen eyes would notice this vehicle doesn't have the stud and nut that the E92 GTS has. It's still on a wheel bolt and bolted lock and wheel nut rather than a stunner nut, but it still has got the larger rear brakes, which are a 4-pot caliper. It uses braided lines from factory as well as a bespoke coding for the DSC system. So for us, this is the good part, seeing the parts that are changed, what works, what BMW M division have changed on the vehicle. As you can see, this has got a titanium exhaust on the back box. It's bespoke exhaust for a GTS or CRT. So the suspension on this has been worked with KW. It's got different valving and different spring rates that was designed on the Nordschleife, like everything is nowadays. It's the place to test things. The car was actually launched on the evening of Nürburg 24-hour. That was the first time the vehicle was seen to the public. So it's nice to see on this CRT actually how pristine all the undertrays are. Anyone that owns an E90X will know the pain they have of replacing these or catching these because they do sit low. This just gives you an indication of the history of this vehicle with the exclusive CRT carbon front lip with Melbourne red accents on it as well. Finish it off underneath. So when our customer dropped the CRT off, he's asked us to prep it for road use on the UK roads. So we've removed the kilometre, mile an hour instrument cluster. Working with BMW UK, we've supplied a genuine cluster, programmed it and fitted it so everything works as it should. We've carried out a full inspection on the vehicle. We've carried out all fluid changes as well, using only genuine BMW parts. We work very closely with our local BMW dealer, just getting this vehicle up to scratch. Not that it needed anything, but the customer just wanted everything to be done so he could enjoy it on the UK roads. This is a vehicle that's going to be driven. It's not going to be kept in storage like a lot of these are, which is a shame. This example has covered just over 3,000 miles from new, so you can understand the condition it's in and the rarity to find one, let alone with this sort of low mileage on it as well. During the service program, we've also updated the online history. So even though this vehicle doesn't have online history from BMW when it was new, using our key reader system, we still log it. The customer will get proof of it, and then if the key's ever read at a main dealer or anything, they can see what servicing we've done following the history that this vehicle had in Singapore as well.